Nice bag. Oh yeah, I love it. Yes.
No, that's the whole point. You want to film while no one knows you're filming. That's when you're getting all the good stuff.
You don't want me in the
These
shot.
joggers are pretty nice too.
Of course I do.
These are size medium. Where my legs.
People are probably wondering where you are.
In context prep, it's only large. Probably large. I'll upgrade to that. But these are all XLs that I've been wearing from like my shirts.
Merlin,
Yes, sir.
what's going on over here?
Speaking of,
Well, it's a team meeting. It's a team meeting.
I see that.
We got Team Merlin. We got Big Dan. We got Mark. We got Rashaad. All three of them are getting ready for the USA's.
1 week out. Less.
week away.
yes.
Less than 1 week out.
Big
Less
Dan,
than a week, yes.
Dan is doing light heavyweight bodybuilding, Masters and Open. And then you got Mark, who's coming off his double win at the West Coast Classic.
Yeah, man.
He's doing classic physique only. And then Rashaad's coming off a win at the
Cal.
The Cal.
Yes, sir.
And he's also doing classic, but these guys will be in 2 different classes.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll get them in a pose down together. The only one that we're missing, and let me just shout out to him, is David James, also Team Merlin going into the USA men's physique. He couldn't be here today. He's doing Masters men's physique over 35. So James, we'll see you there.
You get a big team this year, man.
Yeah, we got
Right?
4. We got 4 guys going in, and yeah, it's exciting.
That's awesome.
They're all-
So I'm glad because we got to film all these guys a little bit previously, and of course now it's 1 week out, so it's kind of nice to have them back on the channel. Hopefully we see some skin a little bit today to see
you
what
will.
they look
Everybody's
like.
got their posing trunks.
Because they were not necessarily off season, but not as good as they are today when we filmed them previously. So it'll be interesting to see the progression and it's so because they all gonna train together. What are we gonna train today?
We're gonna train quads today, just quads, not hamstrings. You know what? I hesitate to train quads this close to the show because I don't really like training legs hard this close to the show. So what I want to do today is I want to make it a very brief, intense workout, not too much volume, just showing some of my principles, and just give them a really good quad workout, and then leave some time over for them to do some posing and talk to them a little bit more. So it'll be fun though.
Yeah, I really want to talk to them about their prep and how it was, and get their frame of mind this close to the USA.
Once again,
but
here at Dave Fisher's
yeah,
Powerhouse
man, we
Gym.
love it
Shout out
here.
to Dave.
Yes,
Great gym. He's got more equipment in here outside.
I know. Look
the
at
last
that.
time I got here.
Awesome.
We love training here, and so it should be a really fun day.
All right, we're gonna get in there, do some legs, and we'll talk with all these guys afterwards.
Yes.
All right.
Let's kill it.
Okay, so the first exercise that we're going to do in today's leg workout is going to be leg extensions. And the technique we're going to use is something called Merlin Madness. A few people have been watching the show for quite a while. You may have seen this before, but for those of you who have not, this may be new to you. And what we do here with Merlin Madness is we actually combine a few different techniques into one set. So when you watch these guys do this, you'll see that we are splitting it up into 5 rep sections. So the first 5 reps, what we're focusing on is the concentric or the positive portion of the rep. So as you can see, they're going to be lifting the weight over 4 full seconds from the bottom to the top, and then returning to the start position under control. For the second 5 repetitions, we're going to be holding the contracted position at the top for 4 full seconds. Each rep again, for 5 of those, we're going to be holding it for 4 seconds at the top, and then returning to the bottom under control. Then for the final 5 reps, we're going to do a 4-second negative or eccentric contraction. So they're going to go to the top, hold for about a second, and then take 4 seconds on the way down to the bottom. Now, if they have anything left, the goal is to do as many reps as they can. They're not going to be holding any position. Basically, it's going to be like piston reps. So just one after the other, get as much blood in the muscle as possible. The goal is usually to get about 10 of these. If they can push, they can push higher, 15, 20 reps, depends on what they have left in the tank. And that is what a Merlin Madness set looks like. And the reason why I like to either start with Merlin Madness sets with leg extensions or finish. So it's either a starter to get a lot of blood in the muscle, to pre-fatigue the quad so that we don't have to use as heavy weights for the following movements, or we could finish the workout like this for the final, attack of blood volume training at the end of the workout. But here we're starting with them, so this is going to be the precursor to the rest of the workout. A very, very intense way to start the workout. This will really, really pre-fatigue the quads and really give them all those fibers a really good thrashing before we go on with the rest of the workout. Okay, so for the second movement, I want to go to a squatting movement. I'm going to use a hack squat machine. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a close stance. The reason why I'm using a close stance, we're pretty much putting the feet together, is I'm really looking to emphasize the outer sweep of the quads. Now, of course, you're going to be using the entire quad. You can't isolate one portion of the quads, but you can target it. And when you bring your feet in and you make sure that you're pushing a certain way off the bottom of the movement, you can really force the vastus lateralis, which is the muscle on the outside of the thigh, to contract harder so you can feel the movement more and maybe exhaust more muscle fibers in that area. Now, the technique that we're using, now again, in that first Merlin Madness sets, we emphasize positives, contracted, and negatives, but so now I want to emphasize the stretch. So what we're doing is we're taking this under control to the bottom, and I'm having each one of them go as low as they can comfortably, whatever is comfortable on their knees, and bottom out as much as they can and hold that bottom position, that stretch position on the muscle for 4 full seconds. So when you go down to the bottom, you don't want to relax. They're not relaxing at the bottom. They're actually keeping the quads tense. They're keeping everything tense while holding that stretch position. You don't want to just relax, because then you could pull on the knees, and then again, you lose that tension in the muscle. And then what I do is I tell them to muscle out of the bottom. So what they're doing is not just pushing out of the bottom really, really fast, using momentum out of the bottom. They don't want to use momentum, so I tell them to muscle at the bottom, which means they're going to contract the muscle to help them push out of the bottom. So again, we'll control lowering into the bottom position, hold the stretch for 4 full seconds, push out from the bottom using muscle control and muscle contraction, push to the top, and again, we're using the hack squat to get that outer sweep, using that close stance to get the outer sweep so that the waist looks smaller and the upper body looks wider at the top. Okay, so for the final movement in this workout, and we're only using 3 movements for this workout. Again, I may use more movements if it's an off-season workout, but this is only a week before a show, doing quads. So this is, we don't want to overdo it and do too much, but we're using a lot of intensity, not a lot of volume. So what we're doing for the last movement is a leg press. Now, if you could see that I'm having all these guys now use a wide stance in the leg press, because we want to get as full range of motion as possible. We want to bring the weight down almost so that the thighs are not restricted by touching the chest and the stomach region, so they're almost able to lower the knees down towards the sides of their body to get that really, really full range of motion. And what they're doing, we're using what I call 1.5 reps. So they're coming all the way down to the bottom, settling in as deep as they can, then they're very slowly pushing the weight up only halfway. And then they're going to stop for 1 second when they push up halfway, and then they're going to come back all the way down to the bottom to that fully stretched position, and then they're going to push all the way to the top. So I call them 1.5 reps, but really if you look at it, it's really half then 1 rep. So again, we're using a wide stance on this movement as opposed to the close stance, which we did with hack squats, because we're looking to work the adductor muscles, the inner thigh muscles, to give that thickness in between the legs. So we're looking to cover the whole thigh. Again, we're not isolating that portion, we're just targeting that portion of the thigh. So we're bringing the adductor muscles into play, a lot of the vastus medialis, which is the teardrop muscle that hangs over the knee. And again, a very, very full range of motion with that wide stance, come down to the sides of the body. Push up under control halfway. You don't want to do it too quickly. As you can see, they're doing it under control halfway. Then they come down again under control halfway, and then muscle it all the way to the top. This is a very, very painful and difficult technique. So if you normally leg press, 8-10 plates on a side, you may want to come down to more like between 4 and 6 plates in order to get 10-12 solid reps doing these correctly, because you don't want to use short range of motion. It's got to be a full range of motion in the beginning of the movement, so that the half reps are actually half reps and the full range reps are full range reps. Give these a shot.
All right, Team Merlin, 1 week out from the USA. That was intense today. Biggie, I feel bad for the. So I have to say something, because so Mark came in here. This is a funny story. I have to say it. So Mark comes in here wearing sweatpants, and he gets on the leg extension. I'm like, dude, are you not wearing any shorts? And he wasn't gonna wear any shorts, and his legs are, as you will see in this video, are incredible. So he actually took his pants off and trained in underwear today, which I'm very grateful for, because if I let him train in sweatpants, Jay would have been so pissed. He would have said, what is Mark doing in a sweatsuit?
On leg day.
Guarantee you on leg day. You guys look so good, and I'm so happy for you guys and so proud of the work that you've done. I'm really glad that we got the chance to film previously with all of you guys to kind of show people the progression. If people, you haven't seen these guys train before, go back a few months on JTV and you can all find their videos training at different point in the prep, and the way they look today, all of you guys, is just unbelievable. What do you have to say about this guys real quick before I talk to them separately?
I'll try to say it short, and short is that these guys are all, first of all, complete warriors. As you can see, this is the workout is on the Sunday before, the week before the show, and they all pushed.
That was a tough leg workout for a week out.
And I gave them some serious techniques. I think we literally did 3 exercises.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know,
intense,
probably
though.
9 total sets between warm up and work sets, and they were destroyed by it. So I mean, the techniques are very difficult even in the off season. So they're warriors. As far as I basically said to each one of them, this is the best shape that you guys have ever been in your careers so far. You know, Dan Fisher came to me at like 16 weeks out. He was in very puffy off-season shape, and I had a lot of trouble getting his weight down, so I pushed him harder and harder, and every diet change I made, guy went through with it, and now he looks phenomenal. Rashaad, I took him from where he won the Cal. I was honest with him and said, yeah, you won the Cal because you were the best guy there, but I felt that he was flat and not in his best shape, so I made adjustments with him.
He has great genetics, so I think his genetic pulled him through.
It pulled him through.
But at the USA, you can't just rely on that. You know that.
Right,
So,
I said
yeah.
at the USA in that condition, he's not going to make top 5. And so we completely revamped his physique. I'll let him talk about that. And Mark, you know, he's been on this journey with me all year long.
He just keeps getting better and better.
And he just keeps getting better and better. I mean, it's unbelievable. A lot of people who say, oh, you can only peak a couple times a year, whatever. He's re-peaked so many times this year, even though he's only competed twice.
Yeah.
But we had so many changes and shows of dates and venues and stuff. And so he just won the West Coast Classic, 2 different divisions, but he's even better now. Warriors, and I care where they place. Listen, I want them all to win and walk away with pro cards. But what I'm most concerned with and always concerned with is I want them to beat their previous selves. They have all done that by far.
Yeah.
So I've done my job. They've done their job.
They're winners
Now
already.
It's just up to the judges, but they're already champions.
Dan, I want to talk to you first. We went to your gym, so now it feels like forever, but it's only been 3 months, 16 weeks out. And I thought you were in okay shape for off season. I mean, of course, you were softer, but you're supposed to be, right? So,
right.
You've been prepping there the whole entire time.
I've been prepping there the whole entire time since the pandemic, but I've never stopped dieting. I've always trained consistently. I've always ate clean. Probably had one cheat meal maybe during the weekend, or Saturday or Sunday, but I've kept that through almost all the time period ever since I started competing. So I never really was on a crazy full off like cheat mode. But yeah, I've been training in my gym for the whole pandemic, just revamping my gym. Now, by the way, it's 2 stories.
You were talking about that last time. I was going to ask you. Yeah, that's
so we got 700 square foot.
Nice.
For next time, we're gonna add more equipment, but we got definitely more leg machines, and it's revamped, and we got renewed stuff.
So you did the Masters USA last year, and you did actually fairly well, right? What placing did you get last year?
Classic physique, I got top 4, and in
Right.
bodybuilding, I got top 5.
Okay, so why? How do you think this prep has been different for you? Give me some of the
I think
highlights.
this prep, I kind of grew muscle with the brand new techniques that Merlin was actually implementing into
Yeah.
it. So I kind of grew out of classic physique, and I started looking myself more into bodybuilding.
Okay.
And then I had to lose 10 pounds, which I didn't want to sacrifice.
Yeah.
So now I'm going 100% into light heavyweight, into the Masters Open, and to light heavyweight into the USA Open on Friday and on Saturday. So I'll be at 198.5 on the dot on the weigh-ins.
How was the diet compared to the one you were doing previously?
I was
Talk
killing
about
myself
that.
on the last diet for the last year. Yeah, and to make 190, I had to drop an extra 10 pounds, which I was actually losing muscle, and now I feel like I'm keeping all my muscle, especially my legs, and my abs got better. So I definitely think light heavyweight was a step up for me. I didn't want to do it, but it works. It fits me better. I feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm able to hold my poses better. My abs came out way better than the classic. So 198 fits me well.
All right, Rashaad.
Yes, sir.
Last time we filmed you, I think we filmed you and Mo together, and it was right before. Yeah, it was right before the Cal, right?
Yep.
And you always look great to me, but and so you did the Cal for the first time last year. You got second place. You won your class this year, and you're going to the USA.
Yes.
So you just started working with Eric shortly after the Cal. You guys. So that's not been that long. With just 10 weeks.
It's been 10 weeks exactly.
Yeah. And so talk to me a little bit about the differences between what you're doing now versus what you were doing before, and how do you think that helped you?
I would say most of all my nutrition. My body needed more food. I'm getting more food, more carbs. My body respond better with more carbs and more food. It make my metabolism actually move more because the type of, I guess my training is very hard because I do train hard. So, but my body needs more food to feel, to perform, to move everything better. And once I get less, my body it's stagnant.
Yeah.
You know, it's slow progressing, but the more I train with the more food, it's like more fuel. Keep going and moving. And I'm getting better results.
How did you feel as far as energy? Did you feel like...
I feel good the whole
I know, right?
I feel
Isn't
good
that crazy?
I feel good the
You don't
whole
feel like
time.
it's awesome.
I'm not tired. He got my carb set up for my post and pre-training.
Yep.
And my fats separated. So once my fats get into my diet, it actually help slow my, to fight the hunger
Yep.
to get to my next meal.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I cut off my eating at 6 o'clock. I just progress it.
It's fun to prep that way when you're not tired, dead.
No, it's beautiful because it's last meal. I prep everything for the next day. Go to sleep, repeat.
Boom.
So, I can't complain.
Rinse and repeat.
Yes.
And obviously it's worked out for you because you look great, man, and you always look great. But I can definitely tell some progress from now
totally
till 10 years,
different.
10 weeks
fuller,
ago. Yeah.
I'm leaner and fuller.
You can't beat that, dude, with a stick.
And it's just crazy. I'm shocked myself.
So this is your first USA.
My first USA.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. That's a blessing.
That's awesome. I'm really glad that you guys are all going together because are you guys keeping touch with each
Yes.
other?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
so you can encouraging each other, and
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah, we keep each other
Yeah.
motivated.
Uh-huh.
We push. We support.
Yeah.
And I know this gym has a lot of people. I was actually filming with
Like
Mark and
7.
Tosi, and it's great that so many people from this gym are going together. So it's kind of like your
We all
little
be out there
team, and
together.
yeah, it's awesome. I love
I
that.
like very much. I've always tried to establish with my team of athletes a brotherhood or sisterhood, or
Yeah.
both, where everybody supports each other.
Yeah.
And even if they're on other sides of the country, that they still follow their Instagrams or their Facebooks,
Great.
and they talk to each other.
Yes.
And with these guys being able to be together for this, I can't be out there for this.
Yeah.
But they'll have each other.
You
which
don't
would be
feel
great.
alone.
No.
You
Yeah,
don't
we're
feel
together.
it's you going. Yeah, exactly.
Totally together.
Push.
Mark, we've been competing together. We've been training together with him. I think about the same amount of time.
Close to. I think he
close.
started in 2015.
It's been 5 years now.
Yeah.
So around the same time.
Yeah, around the same time. I think at end of 14 for me. So
Yeah.
I've seen you progress. I've seen you grown, made huge progress, especially this last year, which is really funny because you would think that because of the pandemic, that's when people make the least amount of progress. You made probably the most amount of progress this year versus other years. So talk to me a little bit about what is that to talk about, man? You look so great. I don't even know. You know what, dude? I really envy your determination and your drive because it's not easy. I was talking to Kim, Eric's girlfriend, off camera, and she's got a hard time just like me to even like. It's really hard to compete with what's going on right now because you have to do it on blind faith, hoping the show's gonna happen, hoping the show's not gonna be, and that's really hard. You have to do it because you love it. So talk to me a little bit about what's your formula for success and why you were able to stick with it all this time.
Yeah, I think I touched a little bit based on the show I was on last 2 weeks before the West Coast Classic.
Yeah.
And what comes down to it is I've always been a coachable athlete, and I love being around a group of teammates, which is what I thrive on. So adding these guys and a couple others onto the team this year has been very helpful to me. And I just look at this pandemic as like a way to, you can either go half-ass all the way through, or you can just charge through it.
Or you could quit.
Or you can just quit all around. And I've seen some people have done that. And to me, it's like I could easily done that with everything going on in my situation in life, but I decided
You were training on your patio.
Yeah, I had my old equipment from 7 years ago. I was living in Palo Alto, brought it back to Bakersfield, and then I told Eric, like, as soon as we got the lockdown, I'm like, I got equipment in my storage.
You loaned him some dumbbells
Yeah,
for his living room.
Yeah. I gave him a squat rack because that was my baby. But no, we just literally went to old school bodybuilding exercise with his techniques, and that alone was a huge motivation for me. Have I not had that, I would have done like just basic dumbbell workouts and other form variations. So I decided to take that on. And once my gym started opening up, I went back in there and continue on with the drive that we had.
Yeah.
With the fact that 2 times now the West Coast Classic had to be rescheduled and moved. Yeah, I know exactly. That was my expression.
Shake your head. Yeah.
And then
I've been there.
And we talked about it, and we're just going like, let's keep going. Regardless, we kept going and going. Why not the hell make more improvements out of it? Then we came to the West Coast finally. Now 4 weeks up this upcoming Saturday, came back with for the first time 2 first place medals.
Dude, you've done that show how many years? And you came so close so many times.
I've been in the top 5 the whole time, and top 10 for 1 year because we had a big group of class that 1 year, which was very tough. And
But
very
what did I tell
competitive.
you this year? What was going to happen?
And he said every time, this could be your year, this could be your year. And we did the light heavyweight bodybuilding in the West Coast just for fun because I wanted more, the judges to see me more. And
Yeah. More stage time.
More stage time, the better, right? And so without knowing, came back with 2 first-place medals for the team for the first time ever.
So happy for
So
you. That's
now
awesome.
I'm coming back to the USA for my second time. Last time I was there was 2018. I did light heavyweight bodybuilding and got 13th place out of 26 guys that were in that category. And that was super tough. Was I the smallest one? Yes. Did I have more condition? Yes, but I stuck with it. Where others could have just quit and just left the stage, which I didn't decide not to do. Because that's, and he knows me very well now. That's not my mentality. If I did it, you had to go see a doctor, get my checkup.
Yeah, no, I was proud. I was the 13th place, beating half the guys.
First time out.
First time out. That's an accomplishment, and and he did it on condition and shape, and he challenged the guys who were bigger. So yeah, that was an accomplishment.
Well, guys, kudos to all of you guys for your determination, and I can't imagine how much progress you guys are going to make. With an entire full year with the gym open now, we all found some places that not going to close. Obviously, Dan opened his own gym, so he's the smartest. He's the smartest one of all of us. He's never going to close. But I can't wait to see what's going to happen over the next year coming up. Because you guys are full blown gung ho. You have a place to train, and you have obviously the best coach
What
to
did you
do
guys
it.
think
So
of that leg workout, by the way?
yeah,
I'm curious to know what you thought of
These
the leg
two
workout.
especially, since this is not my first rodeo. With
yeah, right.
Rashaad, you had a lot to say about it.
I sure did.
He pushed, man.
You pushed it though. You guys really pushed it. I was very
Listen,
proud
I mean,
of you.
that, like I was telling Rashaad, I said, isn't it amazing what you can do in so few sets if you apply certain types of principles to the training?
Yeah, who needs to train for 2 hours when you have to
these
do
guys
this?
were limping around after
don't.
each set. So
We got loud.
Yeah,
you got loud.
yeah, it was like you was squatting 4 plates. I shall say, but this lesser weight, the technique, the form, technique. The tempo, the negatives, the holds.
Yeah.
Just getting a pump of blood and holding to the muscle. It's a whole different. Yes, waking up fibers. Just waking up muscle fibers.
Yeah, you guys were pumped after the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
I killed him right from that first
Yeah.
one. That
That was
first
awesome.
one. Merlin madness. That hurts.
Yeah, delirious,
Definitely
blood,
delirious.
head turning, delirious. Oh yeah.
Dan, how was that for you?
You know what? I actually love the fact that I was able to perform and everybody was able to perform under the circumstances. The fact that the pressure's on, we got to head out to a new state. The energy's not as high, but we're still able to push, and it's all mindset. Like I tell the guys, it's just a mindset. We got the energy here, and I knew from coming here, the energy was going to be high. I already knew
That is
coming
true.
in.
True.
As
That's
soon as
true.
I came in here, I'm like, the energy is here.
Yep.
There's no way no one can fail. And we got killers here.
Yes.
We got the coach. We got
Yes.
you guys. The energy is going to be
Team
high,
players,
and they
yep.
didn't fail. My expectations was just as I thought it was going to be. I say, bring your A game. Everyone's going to bring their A game, and that's exactly what happened. He set the standard. He put the leg press. I'm like, we're right behind you. No one's falling behind. He set the train. Everybody was just behind the train. We didn't do as many reps as you, but
I mean, that's what we're trying to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm so happy for you guys. I'm excited for the show next week. Hopefully we all have good news on the next BBL by Broser.
Yes.
We'll have to give the results because people are
Yes,
going to want to know,
yes.
obviously.
Yeah, follow up.
And
Yes.
then I'm just impressed with all of you guys and very grateful to have you all here because we're 1 week out and you all made the trip. Mark and Eric came all the way from Bakersfield for this. And when are you guys leaving for the USA? What day?
I think Thursday.
Thursday?
Thursday, too.
Thursday?
You're
Okay.
gonna be
I leave Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning,
I'll take a
okay.
flight, yeah.
All right, cool. Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah,
come.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stay there.
So hopefully there's a crowd. I think
wish
there'll be
it
some
was
crowd,
Vegas.
so it'll be good for you guys. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll put all your Instagram in there so people can actually follow you and see the results maybe before we can film again.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, all of you guys in advance.
Appreciate
Look
it.
awesome. Yeah, Team Merlin. All right.